Hi guys, welcome to Family Create. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 tips to extend your Galaxy Z Fold3's battery life. This will allow you to use your phone for longer, achieve better screen on time, and increase overall performance of your device. These screenshots here shows what I have managed to achieve by applying some of the tips that I'm going to share in this video. However, please do bear in mind that the result can fluctuate depending on your usage. So let's begin. Let's start off with background app usage. We all download and have many apps on our phone which we use and sometimes forget about a few of them. But these apps run in the background using data and battery, which has an impact on the battery life and performance of the device. So I'll show how to put apps to sleep and turning off unnecessary notifications. I've already applied this setting, but just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to turn them off and on again. So I've turned the pointer on so you can see where I'm clicking. So to put an app to sleep, go to Setting, click on Battery and Device Care, then click on Battery, then tap on Background Usage Limits, and there tap to switch on and off and put Unused App to Sleep. And if you tap on sleeping apps, you can then see all the apps that have been put to sleep, and Chrome is one of them. Then I can go to Chrome and individually turn off notifications or just turn all the notifications off. You can also restrict permission for apps as well. So in my case, Chrome for example, I don't need it to run in the background and use data as I use Samsung default browser for internet. I then go to mobile data, and here you can see what the app is using in terms of data in the background and foreground. So even though you are not using the app, they run in the background, running checks and updates using your mobile data or Wi-Fi, which also uses battery. So that is why I'm turning off the background data usage. Few more examples of apps that I'm putting to sleep are Digital Wellbeing, Bixby and NHS apps. These apps I don't need them, so I'm putting them to sleep. However, it all depends on personal usage. Any apps that you don't need, put them to sleep and turn off all notifications. If you do need them, you can always turn them back on. Moving on to deep sleeping apps. So deep sleeping apps will never run in the background, they'll only work when you open them. As you can see here, I've added 80 apps to deep sleep, which I don't use very often. So to put apps to deep sleep, all you need to do is tap on plus to add any apps you want to put on deep sleep from the list of apps on your phone. There are apps also that you never want to put to sleep. So moving on to never sleeping apps. These apps are never sleeping apps. For example, banking app. I'll never put a banking app to sleep as I may need to act upon notification and alerts immediately in case of fraud alerts, etc. Again, to put an app to never sleeping apps list, all you need to do is tap on the plus and select the app from the apps list. Also bear in mind, if you're using corporate company apps, you want to make sure these apps are on the never sleeping list too, otherwise you may not be able to connect to company servers. Moving on to number 2, location accuracy. This is quite an important one. By disabling this, I have noticed a huge improvement with my phone's battery life. To disable location accuracy, all you need to do is go to Settings, tap on Location, and then tap on or off. However, if you need direction and require the app to identify your location, you will need to enable it first. Just to mention, enabled locations improves use of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth for more accurate location detections. Sometimes some apps may request or require the use of location accuracy, prompting you to enable it, which you can do there and then. Just to point out, you can still use map apps. However, if you need direction to identify your location, you will need to enable it. Number 3, dark mode. Screen consumes most of the battery, and Fold 3 has 2 screens, one of which is 7.6 inch, so using dark mode is a great way to save battery life. When the screen is white, you're pretty much using all the pixels. However, if you're using dark mode, it turns off all the white pixels and only lights up the necessary pixel for text. As you can see, this video has been recorded in dark mode, so all the dark areas of the screen are not displaying any pixels, which saves tons of battery life and also easy on the eyes. So there are 2 ways of enabling dark mode. First, go to setting, tap on display, and then tap on dark mode. Second, and the quickest way to turn on the dark mode is to pull down the notification panel, swipe left, and tap on the crescent, which will turn on the dark mode. Number 4, motion smoothness. Under motion smoothness, you have 2 options to set your screen refresh rate. First, adaptive smoothness. Adaptive smoothness, which turns your screen refresh rate up to 120 Hz, making animation and scrolling very smooth and fluid without any lag. Because it's adaptive, the refresh rate adjusts based on the content you are viewing. So if you are scrolling a lot, playing games, it will use higher refresh rate. However, if you are viewing static pages, the refresh rate can drop as low as 1 Hz, meaning that it's using a lot less battery. To be honest, whichever refresh rate I use, I haven't noticed a huge difference. Therefore, my recommendation would be to leave it on standard if you're worried about battery life. Moving on to number 5, device care and widget. It's important to keep your device memory clean by freeing up memory used by apps that haven't been closed. To do that, go to settings, tap on battery and device care, then tap on memory, and finally tap on clean now. By keeping the RAM memory frequently clean, the phone uses less battery life and performs better overall. As you can see on my device, it's showing that a cleanup will free up 2 GB of memory. I have set up device care widget on my home screen so I can quickly and conveniently clean up by one tap without having to go through the whole setting process. So here is how you can set up the widget on your home screen. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you find the information useful, a subscription would be much appreciated. Number 6, AOD or always on display. Always on display is a good feature to have on the phone as it always displays information even when the phone is on standby. But it does drain a lot of battery, so there are a number of options. First, you can set it to display for 10 seconds when you tap the screen. Second, it can be set to show always. And third, you can schedule it to when you want the always on display to be active. For me, I use it when I need it most. I set mine from 10 PM to 7 AM. I use it like a night clock so I can see the time without turning my phone on. Number 7, screen brightness. Screen brightness is another easy way to save battery. It's good not to set the screen brightness too high as it uses up a huge amount of battery, especially on a large screen like Fold 3. It's also bad for the eyesight, and not to mention the possible long-term damage to the screen, such as screen burns. To set the screen brightness, pull down the notification panel and adjust to your preferred level of brightness. You can also set to adaptive brightness, in which case the phone will automatically adapt the brightness according to your environment. Moving on to number 8, prolong battery life. Fold 3 has additional battery saving features such as 1. Adaptive battery, which limits battery usage for apps that you don't use often. 2. Protect battery. If you enable this feature, it will extend the lifespan of the battery by limiting the maximum charge to 85%, but the downside is your phone will not charge to 100%. However, the advantage is if you're keeping your phone for more than a year, it will hold charge for longer periods, so long term you'll see the benefit later on. Number 9. Limiting processing power. Enhanced processing, which provides faster data processing for apps but uses up more battery. So it's best to set that feature to off and you won't notice much of a difference anyway. Number 10. Monitor battery draining apps. Finally, it's good to monitor battery usage by apps. To do this, go to Settings, tap on Battery, then tap on the battery usage graph, and you'll be able to see which apps are using most of the battery. This is helpful to know which apps to avoid using when you're low on battery and won't have access to a charger immediately. You can also view the battery care report, which will show any apps not functioning properly, which may be causing unusual battery drainage. Also bear in mind, continuous charging over a long period can harm the battery. That's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, I have published other Z Fold videos. Please do check them out. And thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.